Her name is Cuney Floyd. She's
Yes.
George Floyd's mother. She was a mother to the neighborhood because she would cook all the time. If any kid, well, that's the way it was in Cuney Homes. Any kid, if their mother were out the home for any reason, they were taken care of, and she took care of a lot of kids. She was a kindred spirit. She loved everybody, and she was one person that I have never ever. I mean, we all get a little disgusted about something at a time, one time or another, but she was one person that I have never saw that always had a smile.
Always had a smile.
You know, we called him Perry.
Yeah.
He answered to Perry. I don't know if that was a middle name or what, but that's the name I always called him. I called him Perry Floyd or just Floyd. He answered to either one, but he was a kindred spirit too. And like I say, that big smile and that deep voice. And whenever I see him, I tell him, he yell at me from wherever he was at. Hey, Miss Veronica! I tell him, I said, hey, can you be behaving yourself? He said, yes, ma'am. I said, all right, because you know I'm going to get you. He said, yes, ma'am, with that heavy voice of his and that beautiful smile. Always that smile.
I look back over that video and of him down there on the ground, and the ambulance came, and the ambulance people didn't have the nerve to even get out and check him. When they put him on the stretcher and everything, the police did it. They put him in the back of the ambulance. And I thought that was very not doing your job, you know. By them even getting out, having to give him CPR, that might even save their life.
When I started looking at the video and I know that voice and listening to that, and I couldn't listen to anymore. I said this is a grown man that this man just keep asking, you know, trying to, he can't breathe and he's feeding and they got cameras rolling on them and they still. And that's just, I just cried. It took me a while to just get myself together because how could you do somebody like that? And then I knew he was never a violent person, so I knew, I couldn't believe they said when he resisted arrest. And then I kept looking in there and I saw what at all angles he never did.
Never raised his voice. He never did
resist arrest. And he wasn't that type of person, and Lord have mercy, I cried for a while. And I said, well, he's in heaven now with his mother.
George Floyd! George Floyd! Say his name! George Floyd! Say his name! George Floyd!
Get out and vote.
Yes, definitely get out and vote. If there's no time to get out and vote, this is the time right now.
Thank you.
Right now, this season.
And you know what? God was in this with Floyd. That's why he went across the waters. I mean, all the people in other nations are protesting over there because they know that wasn't right. And then some of them have been over here mistreated. You know, racism have been really loud. It's really been loud. Yeah. It's been sitting in everybody's face, but it took this, sadly, for them to really bring it out. So right now, their vote count, and we need to vote in the name of George Floyd.